So, I didn't make any notes and I didn't do any research. I've just been up all night looking at videos and different things and perspectives that people have on, feminism and its kind of relevance to the world and how they view it. I think you made some really, really interesting points that I've considered myself, but not very in depth about like the disposability of men. And like I've had experiences where I have seen it and it's made me very uncomfortable and I feel very, very bad for these men. But I think that it's important to realize that it's very much not enforced because women feel innately more important, but it's because of the way that society has been structured, and I think that overall there has been ingrained in men this sort of mentality where they feel as though they've got to, be the protectors and whatnot, but because of this, and in modern society, it's obviously not necessary anymore. We've combated all of our natural elements, we've conquered them, for better or for worse. And what's left of that is, men being told that they've got to be strong and they've got to provide for people and they've got to swallow their feelings. In my experience, though, that aspect of feminism is very important because we don't believe that men should have to stop feeling these things and stop feeling entitled to their own lives, and they shouldn't have to be driven toward violence and, being a casualty in a war that they have nothing to do with. They shouldn't have to just run into burning buildings and put themselves in coal mines and, subject themselves to all these horrible things because nobody's telling them that they're allowed to feel that they can deserve anything better than that. They have been labeled with such a high risk sort of an existence that, the stronger and more reckless they are, the more valued they believe that they are, and, as such, people are going to respect them and admire them for that, but I don't think it's necessary in this day and age for men to have to feel this way. And one of the key elements of feminism that I find important is that we attempt to criticize the way that, men are sort of brought up to believe that, it's necessary for them to abandon all of these luxuries of an emotional understanding and entitlement to some sort of comfort and protection themselves. Men should be allowed to express themselves and to have that emotional capacity. And in order for that to happen, everybody's got to understand that we're all in this incredibly dangerous sort of society where men have to be rigid and strong and women have to be subservient and supportive, so when the man is finally taken enough that he can't take any more and he needs somewhere to rest, then the women can hold him up. It's just not fair to anybody. And gosh, I wish that I might have taken some notes on this, but it's early and I haven't slept, and I just thought that it was important to say something because honestly, as a feminist, I agree in almost every capacity, and it's true, men are treated disposably and they are oppressed also, and they're imprisoned emotionally and physically. They're told that they have to be strong and in ways that nobody needs to be strong anymore, and women, a lot of them do feel entitled to that sort of protection and, and during my own experiences, I've had the unpleasant sort of coddling and protection from male counterparts in family who have attempted to, you know, really put themselves out for me in ways that I didn't ask for and I didn't want. But, you know, say my cousin, for example, he always felt the need to be strong and protect me, but, you know, and then he felt like I owed him for it, though. That's the thing. Like, I never asked for his protection, and I've never needed it necessarily, and I could take care of myself. It's a modern age. I don't think that I'm going to need him to fight off coyotes for me if I'm not physically able to do it, and if there were coyotes, I would make sure that I was physically able enough to do it myself. The point is, it's not fair for the man to feel like he's got to subject himself to these things, and it's not fair for the man to expect that I need that from him. We don't. Not anymore. We might have at one point biologically, you know, but it's not necessary anymore. And my point is that feminism is attempting to deconstruct all of these things, and to me it's important as a feminist. I don't know about other groups, I don't know about other radicals, but I do think that that men are not treated that the way any emotional being should be treated, and raised that the way anybody with a healthy sense of self and love and self-respect are meant to be raised to be well-adjusted. So I don't want or expect a man to put himself out there to save me on a lifeboat. I don't care. His life is just as valuable to me as mine is, and I legitimately believe that. I believe everybody has an equal value on this planet. So, yeah, I'm just gonna stop.